Hey boys and girls, welcome to tonight's flip video. I am recording this on the day of the power outage, so this will be interesting, and I don't have my iPad either, so I'm doing it on the computer, so it's going to be a little change of pace. We are going to continue with our work on measurement with our rulers, and if you remember, inch is the smallest one of the US, then we've got a foot, and then we've got yards as well, and miles. We're not going to worry about this side of the ruler today. That'll be Monday's flip video. Today we're just going to worry about this. So, if we have an inch, it takes 12 of them to make 1 foot, 1 ruler. Pretty straightforward. You have known this for many, many years. So 12 inches in 1 foot is what you need to have right now. So go ahead and write that down. At the end of the video, I will switch it to a screen while I have everything typed out for you. But take a moment to write that down while I go run and get a couple more rulers and a couple more yardsticks. Okay, hopefully by this point you have had enough time to get yourself situated. So we've got 12 inches in a foot. So if I have 2 feet, how many inches do I have now? I'm going to actually turn these around so you can't just count. Hopefully you have gotten 24 inches, because 12 plus 12, or 12 times 2, will give you 24. Now let's move on. Now we've got our yardstick. And our yardstick, we see we can fit 1 ruler, 2 rulers, and 3 rulers. So there are 3 feet in 1 yard. Pretty straightforward. Now here's the tricky part. I want you to put this together. If there are 3 feet in 1 yard and 12 inches in each foot, how many inches are in 1 yard? Hopefully you've calculated it, and you know 3 rulers times 12 inches each will give you 36 inches. So now my question is, how many feet would be in 2 yards? There would be 6 feet in 2 yards. Now taking that the next step further, how many inches would be in those 2 yards? So there's 6 feet, so we could do 6 times 12. That would give us 72. Or we could do 36 times 3, or 36 times 2, which would still give us 72. So again, on your paper right now you should have 12 inches in 1 foot. You should have 3 feet in 1 yard, and 36 inches in 1 yard. Now we're moving on to how many feet in a mile. And this is a really big number, and this is something that's very, very important for you to remember. And I'm actually going to switch my screen at this point so you can get that number written down correctly. So there are 5,280 feet in a mile. So it would take 5,280 rulers over and over and over and over again to make 1 mile. So if you imagine going from the playground up to the traffic light, over 5,000 rulers will fit in there. Now my challenge for you here is how many yards would be in a mile? So if you've multiplied 5,280 by 3, that would be incorrect. You would actually have to divide. And I'll actually, as a nice review of long division, I will model that for you. And I apologize, I haven't done this version in a while, so let's switch it over to the pencil. So we've got 5,280 feet, and we need to divide by 3 because there are 3 feet in every yard. So 3. 3 can go into 5 one time. 3 times 1 is 3. That would give us a difference of 2. Bring down the 2. 3 times what will get me close to 22? 3 times 7 will get me close to 22. So 21. Subtract this, and gives me 1. Bring down my 8. And how many times does 3 go into 18? 3 goes into 18 6 times. And that will give me 18. Subtracting those gives me 0. Bring down my 0. How many times does 0 go into 0? Or 3 go into 0? Goes in 0 times. So 1,760 yards are in a mile. So 1,760 yards in a mile. So we've got a bunch of important information there. So we've got 1,760 yards in a mile. We've got 5,280 feet in a mile. We've got 36 inches in a yard. We've got 3 feet in a yard. And the most basic one, we've got 12 inches in a foot. So those are your 5 conversions you need to know. And over here, in red, will be bring back to school problems. So bring back to school problem number 1, how many feet are in 5 yards? Number 2 will be how many inches in 7 feet. Number 3, how many inches in 3 yards. And last one, number 4, how many feet and yards in, let's go 4 miles. So a couple problems for you to work out, 4 problems, bring them back, and that concludes your flip video. So let's just do a quick review of all of this. There are 12 inches, make a ruler, 3 rulers, make a yard, 36 inches, make a yard, 5,280 of these makes 1 mile, 1,760 of these makes 1 mile. So that's your flip video for this evening. I'll see you later.